Uh, this that intro to the video. So this account that you would make would be another checking account. This would be called your future planning account or your future planning checking account. This checking account is for future planning. Let me ask you some questions. Are you planning a trip? Are you going to buy the next game console? Are you going to a concert? Are you trying to buy a car, a house, a pair of sneakers? Well, look no further. This account is for you. This account is a checking account that its sole purpose is for future spending. You're not going to pull money out of your savings. You're not going to pull money out of your guilt-free. You're going to pull money out of this. Now let's say you need to borrow money from any time period because you ran out of something. Maybe for your fixed, maybe for your... I wouldn't borrow money for guilt-free. When you run out of that, you should just be zero. But maybe for your bills fixed, maybe for savings, you want to save a little extra or something, you can also pull from this account as well. But the future planning account, depending on what percentile you allot it, this account will be an account that will help you buy things for the future. No more going and pulling money out of your savings account and being like, damn, I can't afford this. But you can. The math's really easy. We will allot a number for this, and I will probably do another video for a full breakdown for... Actually, no. I'll do it for this. So, I did the math. And let's do this real quick. So, if I had a weekly paycheck, meaning I get paid every week, every Friday I get a paycheck. So every Friday I get a weekly paycheck of $250. That means in 4 weeks, or we'll call it 1 month, I make how much? $1,000. So every pay period, weekly, every Friday I get $250 for working. Monthly, my paycheck is $1,000, or like I said, 4 weeks. It's the same thing. So with that being said, every pay period for my future account, my percentile that we're going to use for this example is 10%. I'm going to save 10% of my paycheck. With that being said, every month, how much do I save? Every check, how much do I save? Every check, because I get paid $250, what's 10% of $250? It's $25. So I save $25 per paycheck. At 4 weeks, 25 times 4, that's $100. So every month, I save how much? What is 10% of $1,000? Move the decimal one time, that's $100. I make $100 every pay period. Excuse me, not every pay period. Every monthly pay period. Now, the math checks out, and I know that some of y'all might make more, some of y'all might make less. It's okay. This account just shows you how this goes. And I'm going to show you what my math looks like and how I did this. But it's very easy. Let's say you want to save more money than 10%. You could do that. It just depends on the kind of person and the kind of spender that you are. I only use 10% because for me, for my endeavors, I do about 10%. Now, for my business, I do more than that because I have crazier future endeavors for my business. But for my personal life, no, I'm reserved. This 10% is enough for me. So once again, if I get paid weekly, $250, monthly paycheck turns out to be $1,000 or 4 weeks. Every pay period, let me get this pen so I can point. Every pay period, weekly, I deposit 10% of $250 into my future checking account. 10% of 250, like I said, is 25. every month or 4 weeks, I save 100. And if I did the math over 4 weeks, it's the same. 1,000 times 10% equals, or 1,000 times a tenth equals 100. So the future checking account, if I wrote it out, so future checking account, we'll put this at 10%. That's what I would leave this at. Like I said, this is for me, and we'll customize them differently for each of y'all.